Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Goldsmith. Wow.
Thank you.
That's amazing. The record you're talking about, The World Between My Ears.
Yep.
And is this, first of all, I should say you're playing a sold-out show tonight here in Portland at the Roseland with Switchfoot.
Yeah. Yep.
Super exciting.
I'm super excited for that.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the album for a little bit. Is this mostly an autobiographical kind of thing? Is it like songs about you? Is it songs about other people? Tell me about this, Ben. What's the idea here?
So, to be honest, The World Between My Ears is the name of this album. And I wanted, in terms of, it's a pretty broad lyrical frame for this record, right? I'm talking about a lot of things, and some things I've experienced, some things I'm kind of daydreaming in my head and making up stories.
Sure.
But in terms of like the entire like broad thing of it, The World Between My Ears, I kind of interpret the world through music, right?
Yeah.
Like I have perfect pitch. I'm always thinking of melodies. Melodies usually start my process of songwriting.
Sure.
So I just felt like a name like that just was kind of like my truth, you know?
Nice.
So I kind of hear the world through my ears, and that's how I literally write music, through melodies and harmony and all that stuff.
Okay.
So that was kind of the statement of that, and like kind of like I said, there's some songs like Glorious where, you know, I'm kind of talking about some stuff that's like, I literally wrote Glorious, that song, about kind of, I envisioned Georgie from It, and I kind of mishmashed my real life experience with something that had nothing to do with that.
Okay.
So there's a lot of that. It's a lot of like kind
Nice.
of taking bits and pieces from my life and things I'm fantasizing.
You know, you talk about your life. Thank you for that. You talk about your life so far. You're like 17,
I was
right?
17.
Dude, this is great. I mean, first of all, things that all started for you when you were what, like 4 or so? I'm thinking?
So I found out I had perfect pitch when I was 4 years old.
Did someone tell you that? They said,
so-
hey, dude, you've got perfect pitch.
Yeah, so my mom actually used to play classical violin. She kind of gave it up, but she used to be a classical violinist,
Okay.
and you know, she noticed ever since I was a pretty young kid that I had the music bug.
Okay.
And you know, I'd like go around the house. I was obsessed with the Wiggles. Like that was the first like when they like fruit salad, like
Yeah.
no
Yummy,
joke,
yummy.
man. Like it was wild. You know, I was really responding to the music, really young, like 3, 4. Like
Wow.
even my mom even like claims like when I was like I think my first word actually was Duke, as in Sir Duke, Stevie Wonder.
Wow.
So
All right.
yeah, I said that before Dada or Mama.
You could be an old soul, my friend. I mean, you're starting off like
know.
this. I mean, you know, little things like, I don't know, playing Bonnaroo.
Yeah,
I mean,
man, that's
out on tour
wild.
with all these. I mean,
Wild.
you've been out on the road with other musicians who, you know, are a bit older, have a bit more experience. Have people come up to you and offered different bits of advice? Have you sought out sort of things from other people as well that you've been out on the road with?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of a specific piece of advice. I don't think it's a specific piece of advice that I've gotten from artists I've been touring with. It's really just kind of what I'm picking up from them.
Sure.
And everyone I've been playing with so far in the last months since I've graduated high school, everyone has just been a great vibe, and you know, I'm just picking up like I want to be like them, like the guys in Switchfoot.
Yeah.
They're so nice.
They really are.
Like literally last night before I went on and played the show, every single person in the band came up to my dressing room, said hi, and they're like the sweetest dudes.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I just want to like pick up stuff like that when I'm a headliner someday. You know, fingers crossed.
Right.
Doing like Madison Square Garden or something. That's
Sure.
the goal. Like I want to treat people that way.
Nice.
So yeah.
You've got the right attitude, my friend.
Thank you.
That's excellent. You graduated high school, like a year early, right?
I graduated high school a year early.
And then you ran out, you got an album deal, you're playing shows. I mean, things are just
Yep.
going amazingly for you. And this might be kind of a tough thing to think about, but Ben, what do you think, what would be happening if you hadn't pursued music? Like where would Ben be right now instead of, you know, on this stage with a guitar? Like what do you think, how do you think things would have panned out?
In trouble. To be honest, I can't envision myself like not doing this. So it's like hard for me to like envision like a world where I didn't end up pursuing this. I could like okay, maybe if I didn't end up graduating a year early,
Sure.
right? Like I wouldn't be on this tour. I wouldn't have been
Right.
touring, but I think eventually like maybe I've, went to college, did live some life a little bit and then pursued it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I definitely like I can't really envision like a long-term life of not doing this.
Nice.
Just cuz I don't know, I've like a few goals in life and just, doing this right now and like just trying as hard as I can and playing music and writing songs is just all I want to do.
Nice. You're originally from Long Island?
Yep.
And your family, I understand you have twin sisters as well in your family?
Yeah, I do.
How's your family been with your music? Have they been like, do they see eye to eye with what you're doing, or do they have like a different idea? Like, does everyone agree musically in your family?
Yeah. In terms of like what people like
Yeah.
and, okay. So I have one sister named Ella that loves indie music. She loves like, me and her can honestly get along pretty good.
Good.
Like, she likes to think she's a little edgier than me, even though I know more music. But she is for a 13-year-old, she has insane taste. Like
Nice,
it's pretty
nice.
wild. And she also loves Queen like me.
Oh,
So
all right.
That's a plus.
That's a great influence.
I'd say Shiloh, my other sister, is obsessed with country music. She loves that. Like she was just calling me. She's like, for Hanukkah, I'm Jewish, so for Hanukkah, she's like, I want Zach Bryan tickets. Like, buy me Zach Bryan tickets. And for my birthday, I want Luke Combs tickets. Like,
So she's
going
already
crazy about
thinking
that.
you're going to be like a big deal, and you can get her all these concert
Yeah, like-
tickets, basically.
Like,
That's
I
what's
don't
going on.
know Zach Bryan. Who do you think I am, man? Like,
You're only 17. Things
Yeah.
can happen for you,
Yeah,
Ben. Seriously,
exactly.
this is
Fingers
this
crossed.
is great.
And then my parents both love great music. My dad, put me on to like Aerosmith and
Nice.
Queen and the Beatles. And my mom, she loves Dave Matthews and John Mayer and all these great singer-songwriters that she
Fantastic.
put me on to.
Well, we love hearing your great music here at the PNC Live Studio
you.
at KINK, and we're even going to be treated to a live debut from one of your tunes as
Yes,
well.
you
which
are.
We'll hear that in just a bit. So, Ben, once again, thank you so much for coming and playing, and I'll leave you to it. Ben Goldsmith, everybody.
Thank you guys, and thank you, Kink, for playing my music.
Absolutely.